Hello, all of you bold, beautiful, brilliant, and highly evolved souls. I am Davina, and this topic is Know Your Nose. It's about setting boundaries for yourself. And setting boundaries is definitely not an easy thing when you've been raised to believe that your needs are not important and your boundaries don't matter. Narcissists really don't care about your boundaries. And, kids naturally will say no. I've been caring for toddlers for the past 4 years, and they know their no's. They know. I remember this one boy that I cared for, and he would just say, nah. I will never forget that. They strongly know what they want, what they don't want. Um, and they have no qualms about just voicing it, right? And I'm sure I did as well as a young child. Narcissists will squash that down. They will not listen to your boundaries. They will probably ignore them, disregard them, completely trample all over them, and make you feel like your needs are unreasonable, or you're being too sensitive, or that you're just not that important. And so this is how we can feel a lot of shame, and feel that um that we don't matter. So be very patient with yourself as you start the process of setting boundaries, because it takes a lot of practice. And I still find myself wobbling on these things, and I'm just like, it can be a really frustrating process, but just stick with it. And if you find yourself, oh, I didn't set that boundary, or oh, I'm allowing this person to do this and I really don't like that, or whatever, just be really forgiving with yourself and know that you've been really programmed out of the very natural instinct to create boundaries and protect yourself. So this is a skill that we need to, just like any skill, just practice over and over again. And just think of yourself as, oh, I'm just a toddler learning how to do this all over again. And so knowing your nose, it means really knowing those points where, something that you're not going to allow. And again, like this might take time to really settle in, to really be able to hold those boundaries. It's one thing to be able to speak them up, but it's another to be able to steadfastly hold those boundaries and go, really, I'm, not going to let that, you know, into my space. And through my job hunting, I was just really expressing some anger this morning, like, no, I am not going to have a job where I have to work at like 7:30 in the morning, or, no, I am not going to work 9 or 10 hour days. And no, I'm not working for less than X amount of dollars. And no, I'm not going to care for multiple children. No, I'm not going to commute for an hour. No, I am not working evenings and weekends. No, I am not going to work for or with highly dysfunctional people. So it's a really empowering thing. And even when I started to say it like out loud, and I'm like, no, I am not going to do this, and no, I'm not going to allow that. It filled me with, a sense of power. And I still might wobble on some of them because I think, well, I know I probably won't get my needs met, so I guess I'll have to like compromise on this. But I think with time it just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And in relationships, obviously, you know, um, I know some of the boundaries I've set, it was like, some of the earlier ones were just really basic ones, like, no, I am not going to tolerate violence. My husband would throw things and smash things. And I was like, no, this is not okay. And I put up with that for a couple of years. And like, no, I'm not going to tolerate people doing drugs and alcohol. I'm clean and sober. I invited friends over for fireworks. This was a few years ago. And I said, no, you can't drink here. I don't allow drinking in my home. I don't drink and I don't want to be around people who are drunk. So in the beginning it can just be some very basic ones. And then they start to maybe fine tune, like, I don't want to be in a relationship where someone is giving me advice or telling me, you should do this or you should do that, because I find it disrespectful. I don't want to be in a relationship where someone is doing like 80 or 90% of the talking. I want a reciprocal conversation. I don't want a relationship where someone isn't able to really truly empathize with me, really truly have compassion for me. That's just not acceptable for me anymore. And so, as a highly sensitive person, I think I probably have a lot of boundaries, probably many more than, a non highly sensitive person or a non empath. And you might find the same thing too, that in order to live in this kind of crazy world, that we need lots and lots and lots and lots of boundaries, because there are a lot of really unhealthy, unevolved people out there. And the healthier we get, like our journey is to be setting these boundaries, and to that's our part in the healing. We need to heal ourselves and to allow ourselves to say, yeah, this, I am worthy of of being here. I am worthy of having my needs met, and you are worthy of having your needs met. Yeah. So I hope this was a little helpful. I'm trying to think if there was something else I wanted to mention on this. So it's a good place to start, just knowing what is unacceptable for you. And you will probably know, because it'll be something that's very triggering, and starts to, you'll notice you feel really frustrated or angry or even infuriated when your boundary is being broken. And narcissists didn't allow us to feel angry. So anger feels weird, feels maybe bad, but anger is not bad. Anger is a message that often that our boundaries are being violated, or we're stepped on. So yeah, let that anger guide you into setting some healthy boundaries for yourself. And as I said, be patient, be gentle, be forgiving of yourself as you learn this brand new skill that that is so important. So thank you for listening, and I'm wishing you many, many blessings on your journey of healing and awakening. And I am Davina at Boldness Blooming.